pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We'll start our meeting off tonight with, thank you. We're very honored to have Mayor Hall with us this evening. Welcome, Mayor. He's here to recognize Elliot's contribution to the community and this organization, an incredible contribution. So, with no further ado, Mayor Hall, welcome. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. It certainly is my pleasure to be here to offer recognition to Elliot Kirschman. Elliot, come on up with me.
Thank you.
And I know that Elliot served the board with the highest of effort and was almost here 2 years and changed his residence outside of the city, and so he had to give up his appointment here. But you know, the Golden Empire Transit District is such an important part of our community. I want to commend the board as well for the establishment of the Community Advisory Board. I think that that's going to be something that's going to be very positive for the board to be able to learn from your customers, ways that you can help them and assist them and make life better for them. And I think that's certainly a positive step in the right direction. I look forward to seeing the members of that advisory board when the city council is notified for those appointments. But this afternoon I'm here to present a certificate of appreciation presented to Elliot Kirschman in recognition of your contribution and service as a dedicated member of the Golden Empire Board of Directors, September the 24th, 2014 to August 18th, 2016. And signed Harvey L. Hall, Mayor, City of Bakersfield. Elliot, thank you very much for your city service.
Thank you.
We have one other item as part of this recognition of Elliot's superb, amazing contribution to this organization. Elliot, if you can come up, please. We have something for your new man cave.
All right.
I'll come out there.
My wife lets me have this spot.
Or your garage.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, go. So
That's really cool.
this obviously symbolizes the organization, and it's something that'll last forever. It's made out of metal. This is a real, authentic bus stop. So this is for you, Elliot.
Thank you so much. That's really kind. I really
And it's
appreciate it.
signed by all your team members, the executive staff. And
Thank
the
you.
Big
board.
smiles. I'm gonna take another one. Big smiles. Very cool.
Okay. The floor is yours.
Thanks. I just really appreciate, is this on? I've been telling people to stand for the microphone, so I gotta, I just want to thank all the staff. First of all, you guys really made becoming a board member and then the transition, as an uninformed board member to an informed board member very easy. I came in and I asked a lot of questions. I remember, walking into the service, facility unannounced because I was curious, and I always was thankful of the true professionalism. When I went down to the downtown station and was poking around, I mean, you really answered a lot of the questions, and I really feel like as I you guys get to continue on the hard work that you've been doing. So you see board members come and go. We're not really that important. I want to, just commend, all of you for the hard work, and you built a lot of confidence. Personally, from an outsider coming in to look at your organization, and hopefully I can somebody asked me, well, how was your time on GET? I can, look back and go, you know what, I learned a tremendous amount. I have a great appreciation for the men and women, the drivers, the folks that make the buses run every day. And I have a tremendous appreciation for the folks that have to ride the bus and use the bus service. And I just want to thank all of you. Touched my life. And obviously the board members, being able to learn with you and and enact some positive change has really been a pleasure for the last 2 years. And I'm sorry I have to go, but hopefully we'll get to cross paths in another endeavor. So thank you all very much for your
Thank
time.
you.
We'll put that one up. It'll be the 45 ounce shot.
Absolutely. One of our expansion programs. But also, be sure and let us know when your campaign committee gets established for mayor of Shafter. We're very interested in that. And thank you, again, thank you for your service. It's incredible. You've been a mentor to me as well in learning. Your background, your USC education and engineering studies have been invaluable to the organization. It's been really, really powerful. Thank you very much.
I appreciate it.
All right, moving on with our program tonight. We start out to make a note that we do not have a quorum tonight. Therefore, we will continue the meeting. However, we cannot take action on any particular item. We will review some of these items. The items that are for receive only, we will go through these and make some comments on certain other items. And then those items that require action, we will table until our next meeting. All right? All right, so our next item is in our customary public comment. And Michael Harris, good evening, welcome. You need the microphone?
Yeah. I just wanted to get an update about the bus stops I was talking about on the 22, and also about Heritage Avenue being taken out and maybe replaced on the Chester Avenue as a 22 bus stop.
All right, do we have a response this evening for him, or will we respond in writing?
Typically, we respond to his requests in writing, but maybe Emery, you could step outside and talk with Mr. Harless and let him know the status on those stops.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Okay, moving on. I would like to.
Can I go out, Mike?
I'll be right back.
We're skipping down to item 5, which is the Community Advisory Council. Although we cannot take action on this tonight, I would like Gina to give a presentation and to give us, which will be an update on this, on the information that we received in the applicants. If you will, Gina, thank you. Oh, excuse me. Do I need to mention each item and formally table it to the next meeting? No? Okay. Where's it?
You've already indicated you're
Put that on.
We'll be doing that.
Legislature's action.
All right, thank you. Good evening.
Good evening. We received 15 applications from members of the community to be considered as applicants for the Community Advisory Council. We were hoping to get 20 members. So we got 15, but we had some retired employees here, bus drivers, who we were going to invite to come, as well as Mayor Hall, which we have not done yet because we haven't gotten to that point yet, but as soon as we do, we would. So we could end up with the 20 that we wanted. The bylaws state at this time that the GET directors would appoint 10. We would also do staggered appointment times. 7 members will be appointed to a 3-year term, 7 members to a 2-year term, and 6 members to a 1-year term, so that we don't have the whole council turning over at the end of 3 years. So that's pretty much it. We just need to appoint those, and I'm not sure how you want to do the appointment. I don't know if you just want to do the first 10 and then the rest, because we're obviously going to appoint everyone who's applied. We did not have, if we had had more applicants than we had positions, then we would be looking, but we didn't, so we'll be appointing everyone.
The order that they were emailed to us in, it was that the order in which we received them. I saw there were timestamps on everything. So will we just get the first 10 that were times? No? Okay.
Well, there are actually two specifically people that have applied that I encourage to apply, and those would be my two people I would like to choose, but it sounds like that we will be appointing them all anyway.
Exactly.
So, but you're going out for a second round, talking to our retired folks, and maybe we should get another 5, maybe 3 or 4.
We'll see. I think we have 5 or 6 on the list that we were going to send a letter to and ask them if they would be interested in serving, because they certainly bring a lot to the table, as well as the mayor, whether he or not
Absolutely.
he. Yeah.
And then the mayor would be he's definitely interested in this.
Right.
Personally interested in this activity, even if he's,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
So, Karen?
So, since we don't have a quorum this evening, I would suggest we go ahead and send those letters out or notify those people, see how many we get back, and then forward all of the applications to the board members to make a selection and put this on the agenda at the next meeting to make those appointments.
All right. Good.
Okay, are we allowed to talk about between him, because I have a feeling the 2 he wants to appoint are the same 2 that I want to, so I want to make sure that, well, we're gonna end up
Yeah.
appointing all of them anyway, right? Okay, all right.
Yeah, and the bylaws are just draft bylaws, so I'm not sure if you only end up appointing 6 or whatever, I think that's fine. We just didn't want to burden the board with having to appoint all 20. So we thought, since there's typically 5 board members, each board member could appoint 2 people, and then staff would review the balance of the applications and fill in the balance of the board from those applications.
All right.
Maybe the board appointment says we're gonna stagger them, then maybe the board appointments would get the longer term maybe, and then as we go down the line, then those would be the shorter term.
We could do that.
We can do it any way you want
Okay.
to do it. In fact, I was going to ask you that. Who do you want to do 3, 2, and 1? So that's fine. That works.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Gina. And if I may, take the liberty to repeat my invitation to Elliot to attend that first meeting. You're certainly welcome to, I believe that would be appropriate in our committee as a former board member.
We need to start riding the bus and I'll get on the committee. Ride the bus downtown. Well, if you come out to Shafter, I'll take it in from Shafter.
Thank you, Gina. So that item, of course, is tabled until the next meeting. Thank you, Okay, Michael, just to brief you on our discussion just now, the item for the council, our Community Advisory Council, has been tabled to the next meeting because we do not have a quorum. We're not able to make the appointments,
Okay.
right? So,
Is that next meeting tomorrow?
no, that's a special meeting for the tour, but it's on the 20th,
Okay.
Tuesday, 2 Tuesdays from tonight,
All right.
right? FYI. Thanks for showing up tonight
No problem.
and your application. All right, Maintenance Department, we will receive the report tonight from Chris. Welcome, Chris.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. Just going to give you a little update tonight on the activities in the maintenance department. On July the 12th, we received 15 new bus shelters. We had all those installed by the end of the month. And if you remember during the budget
Yes.
process, we ordered 10 additionals. Those 10 have arrived as well. They're on property. And I think we're just waiting for some locations to be built by the county. I think is what we're waiting on to put those in. At least 5 of them from what the facility supervisor told me. We've ordered the 2 commuter buses. They go online on November the 3rd and should be done around December 16th. They should come offline. That's a good thing and a bad thing. That's the last day that they work before they go on a shutdown for 2 or 3 weeks. I'm going to try to do a visit there sometime during that week to see if they're complete, and so I'm hoping to have them delivered sometime after the first of the year. We're in the process of selecting an engineering firm for the solar project. In fact, we selected a firm, we did some interviews, and we asked them for a price proposal, and I received that today, so we'll do an evaluation of that and be bringing that forward. We have been working on some plans for 3 additional modular buildings. These buildings will include some bathrooms. We're trying to get that incorporated in that project, and there's some little work to be done with putting in a septic tank over there and getting that approved by the city. In addition to that, I'll have a small parking lot and some electric charge stations for the plug-in vehicles that we recently purchased. We received bids for the new Get lifts. We're buying 5 of them. Those have got 2 bids in, and that closed on August 31st. We received the new pickup truck. We ordered this truck special because I couldn't order a F-250 through the state process, so we went ahead and ordered it. Took about 3 months to get here. We've sent that up to Fresno to have it converted to compressed natural gas, so it should be back pretty soon. We're also working on some drawings to enlarge the driver's break room and to add some modular offices in here. We've pretty much got a conceptual idea of what we're going to do with that, and so we've told the architect to go ahead and start working on the drawings.
Excuse me, Chris, does that include the piped-in water for the break room that we talked about last time? The driver's break room you're going to put in
Here?
Yeah.
I know we're looking for plumbing
Plumbing,
for
yeah.
it, so yes.
Plumbed water into the
Yeah.
break room.
I think the last thing we're really looking for a drain. We think there's a drain under the tile in that room, so that's possible, yes.
Okay.
We've hired several new employees in the maintenance department, a supervisor, several mechanics, a utility worker recently, and the good news is that there's been a shortage of mechanics for quite a while, and we're down to 2 vacancies, and we have 1 gentleman we're considering at this moment, so we think we might have those filled by the end of the month. The ABS auditors, or the folks that came in and audited us on the ISO 14001 EMS program, they were here on the 29th and 30th to do a site visit with us. We did very well, so we're continuing with that. And just kind of give you a sustainability update, what's included in that. We're trying to do some reduce our electricity usage, not to have any elevated stormwater results, and to have 0 reportable spills and to lower our fuel consumption. There's some good and bad in that. We have no elevated stormwater results as this whole past year. There's been no reportable spills. Fuel consumption is higher. We've added some routes, additional routes and whatnot, so it's at 7.2%. It's up by 7%. And then the electricity usage is about 3.5% higher than our baseline at this moment. So we'll try to lower that. We've got some projects in place. In fact, last week we started to replace a couple of the air conditioners. They're going to be phased in. 1 got done last week, 2 will be done a couple of weeks, and then we're trying to do it on the off Fridays when the staff's not here. So hopefully within the next month or so, the air conditioners will be replaced in this building, and hopefully it'll help with the electricity reduction. That concludes my report. Question?
The solar project, is that the one that's been put on hold for a while because of the problem with high-speed rail not knowing what we're doing, or is this a different solar project? Is it going in the empty lot over there? Okay.
We were considering a solar field, and that's the direction we were going. There's been some other ideas kicked around now with, I got approached by a company that does a battery system. So it could possibly be a hybrid type system where the solar would charge up those batteries and help with the discharging of, well, it's called peak shaving basically on the peak hours. So we'd have to hire a firm to look at all that and figure out what's the best opportunity for us, incentives that are available and whatnot. We've discussed them doing that SETI up front to at least give us some idea on our return on investment and whatnot before we proceed into anything too deep.
Okay, and the other question I have, the break room, so we're gonna make this board area room smaller so we can give some more room to the,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. Good. That's all I have.
Good.
Thank you, Chris. Great work. All right. Moving on, our next item is the board shelf evaluation, which we will actually table till the next meeting. However, I just wanted to make a comment, a general comment. The purpose of this evaluation is probably obvious, but I just want to make the point that it is very important to us as board members to measure our effectiveness, make sure we're just not filling a form in the seat. And as you've all known, Elliot's amazing gallant contribution to the organization. It's very important to all of us to be very effective. And it is not a process that is of our own design, well, somewhat of our own design, but it is in fact comes out of our, what I consider my Bible as a board director. It's the APTA, the American Public Transportation Association's handbook for board members. There's actually a set of guidelines that we operate from, and in here there is a self-assessment process that all boards are encouraged to follow. So we're doing that, and we're doing it, as I said, to look at our effectiveness and make sure we're contributing to the organization, and as well feeding our next, the results of that will be feeding our next strategic planning process, which we're probably be doing in January. Okay. Okay, so moving on, do we have a current cog report tonight, Cindy?
Yeah, I have a short one. He had a fairly doom and gloom workshop that was given by the San Joaquin Valley Air Pollution Control District. Basically saying that we've gotten to a point in the valley that we can't do anything more about our air as far as trying to what we can do. There's only so much that we can, cleaner cars, cleaner field vehicles, tractors, motors on generators, that kind of stuff. And the higher organization, the California Air Pollution or the Air Resources Board has a threshold that we have to meet, is I think by 2020 or 2030, and it's going to be very hard for us to meet, and that we'll start losing federal funding at that point if we don't meet those thresholds. So it was fairly eye-opening conundrum like here that we face, what steps we go beyond this now. So it was fairly short meeting, but that was the biggest thing, was the workshop on the
Did they say anything about the cows?
about the cows emitting
Oh, well, yeah, anyway,
yeah.
thank you. Anything else?
No, that was it. Yeah, that was it.
Thank you. Do we have a high-speed rail update, Karen, or?
Just a couple of quick things. I attended the high-speed rail station area planning public workshop week before last. It was pretty well attended. There were probably 100 people there, I would say.
That's pretty good.
118 was the count.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess pretty well.
That's better than 100.
So they engaged the public in a planning exercise to get more input as to what people see as the definition of downtown, as well as what kinds of things they want to see in downtown and where they think the station should be located downtown. So then secondly, I'm presently conversing with the High-Speed Rail Authority representatives to set up a meeting. It's been scheduled tentatively for September 21st to start talking about acquisition and relocation. So they still need to confirm that, but so we're moving forward.
Thank you, Karen. There were no committee meetings this past period, so we'll move on to board comments. No? Okay. I just wanted to mention that in reference to Chris's comments about the EMS audit and the EMS itself, I attended that last quarterly meeting, it was about a month or so ago. And I wanted to commend everyone, the entire organization, for the amazing work that you're doing. The EMS environmental management system is above and beyond your normal work. It's incredible what the amount of effort involved in developing and launching a federally, is it federally mandated, or is it an actual mandated?
It's not mandated.
Not mandated, but it is a certainly a contribution to the community. And what I see by attending these EMS meetings is the high quality of work that's going on, which makes it apparent to me that the EMS is, sorry, I don't have this on. The EMS is part of the cornerstone of what I see as the overall quality of this organization and the service that it's providing the community. The high quality, the high level of service, professionalism by this organization in doing the EMS. As you mentioned, it's not even mandated, but it is definitely a contribution to the community. Well, it's a cornerstone to this whole attitude of quality of this organization. So I commend you all on that. Cindy.
I'm sorry, I did have one, just a quick comment I wanted to make. I think the middle of the month, they're gonna announce the active transportation program grants will be announced, and the city of Bakersfield applied for bike share money. And so I'm hoping by the next meeting, I think by the next meeting we should have that list out. And so I'm hoping by the next meeting to have some information. Maybe the city of Bakersfield and will be able to partner with the money that the city is getting from the ATP grant. So
Great.
that's all I have.
Thank you. Excellent. One other comment I had is I also attended recently I think it was the last, most recent speakeasy session internal to the organization, and I'm very impressed with that. The level of participation by the drivers and bringing ideas and recommendations to the organization. There were 2 new drivers just recently brought on, finished their training, who attended this speakeasy internal session, and I think it's a great orientation. I don't know if it's designed as an orientation, but the information that you provide gives a great overview of the organization and its strategic plan and so forth. And thirdly, what I saw in this meeting was the great connection that Karen has with the drivers and everyone else. And as a former driver, obviously you can relate to drivers, but you share that information with these new drivers, which I think has an impact. But what I saw was this connection that you have with the drivers. Very impressive. Good work on that. Okay, those are my comments. Let's see. Right. Moving on, CEO report this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just have a couple of things I'd like to bring to your attention. The first is a reminder about the special board meeting tomorrow at noon. Then also, September 25th is Get's Picnic at the Fair. So if you haven't already let us know that you want to attend, please let Sharon know before you leave this evening. They have? Okay. Then I won't berate you for not being responsive. Rideshare Week is October 3rd through 7th. We will actually be partnering with KernCog on that, but we will also be doing a Rideshare Month. And following up on Board Member Para's suggestion last year, we will be doing some specific activities for bus to work. So the marketing department is working on that. You may recall at the last meeting I informed you that we had gotten our radio license from the FCC that we've been awaiting for several years. And over this past weekend, we got the new equipment installed, and so the new system, the digital system, switching from analog to digital, should be complete shortly, and we're excited about that. And then the last thing I wanted to let you know is I got a letter today, a copy of a letter from the County Board of Supervisors appointing Evelyn Young Spath as the county's representative to this board. So we've set up September 15th as an orientation day that afternoon for her. I don't know, Chairman Hunter, if you're interested in attending that orientation. We put you through the ringer, but she will be here that afternoon, and then we'll have taken the oath and be present at your next meeting on the 20th of September.
That's great news. Great news. One of the quick items is that we do have an APTA, American Public Transportation Association. This is the annual meeting, I believe.
Yes.
Coming up Saturday, actually. It starts Saturday.
Saturday through Wednesday next
Through Wednesday.
week.
Cindy, you'll be there?
Mhm.
Yep. And Karen and myself, Steve, and Kendra, right. So we're all be a little more smarter about the business here. Looking forward to it. All right, so we will now move into executive session. Thanks everyone for coming.
Thank you very much.